And faculty at a Virginia university are making history. Virginia Tech was one of 6 research sites chosen by the FAA to test drone technology.
And the students there tell us the projects they're working on could change emergency responses during disasters around the world. Hatzelvella has an exclusive look at the first flight.
Probably came off of that cap.
Carefully making sure that everything is in the right place.
4 Celsius, 2.8 altimeter 3.
All the elements have to come together.
3011?
Density altitude 3011.
On this large Blacksburg, Virginia farm, turned into a small experimental station,
Virginia Tech Airport.
the barriers go up.
Water pump, leaks, check. Radiator cap.
The checklist is red.
Gearbox for leaks. Main rotor.
This group of Virginia Tech students has been working all night to make it happen.
Condition of tail blades.
The 200-pound mini helicopter has a payload that does 2 things.
We have a radiation detector. It's a sodium iodide crystal. And then we have a couple of cameras, and the cameras simultaneously take pictures and will reconstruct the terrain.
This, they say, will show where radiation has spread.
Take off at 125.
The mission on its way.
The mission will be at 20 meters.
Research, they hope, will help in post-catastrophic accidents like the one we saw in Japan, where after a massive earthquake, radiation started leaking out of a power plant.
We can take the aircraft that aren't going to put people in harm's way to do dull, dirty, and dangerous jobs that nobody really wants to get involved with in the first place.
Engine off at 133.
And this is just one small project, piling onto the research that will help the Federal Aviation Administration come up with regulations for drones. Virginia Tech has been flying unmanned aerial vehicles for some time.
At one point we had 2% of all the waivers that were out there from the FAA to fly UAVs.
John Green, the interim director of the Mid-Atlantic Aviation Partnership, says the goal is to integrate drones into the national airspace. But first, you start small, slow, and low.
Figuring out the technology that allow us to sense the environment and to avoid risk is number one.
With possibly thousands of vehicles in the air, they'll have to figure out how to share spectrum and make sure aircrafts can be controlled at all times.
The Amazon example in 10 years, absolutely. That is going to happen.
Green thinks it can be done sooner. Maybe in 3 years, you'll spot them in small controlled areas. A clear reminder of the automobile revolution at the turn of the last century. In Blacksburg, Virginia,
Hatzelvella, ABC 7 News.